So this is the second prototype of this, what I was calling a pass-through style tong. Someone else said, that typically there are pliers that were called box joint tongs. So maybe that'd be, a more appropriate name. But yeah, I like the word pass-through, or maybe I'll call them, I don't know, GS box joint tongs. So, but regardless of the name, for this second prototype, I didn't thicken the jaw, the pivot area any. I just tried to work it as it was, this half-inch stock, and this came out a bit more successful, so I finished it out. And, I was getting ready to either punch or to probably drill, because this is not too wide right here for a rivet. And then I noticed, that it's the way, I had to expand this in order to insert these jaws, even though I didn't thicken these much. They were still wider than here. And then, hammer that back down, and then they're stuck in place. And they're actually somewhat adjustable. If I push this up, they're a lot closer together. And if I pull it back, farther apart. And, in the middle was where I wanted it, and that was about to hold, I was thinking to size it for maybe 3/8 just to, give it a try. So, as it stands, this is not what I would call a sellable tong, but it's getting closer. And, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some stock and just fool around banging on it while using this tong and see how it works. Because I thought that, maybe this could be a tong that is somewhat adjustable. I mean, personally, I'm not a big fan of multi-purpose tongs, but maybe this could fit a niche. I still feel that tongs that are dedicated to a certain shape or size are probably best and probably easiest to use. With this here, what I'm afraid of is that, you might get it, hold your stock in here, and then as you're hammering, it might, slip this way or that way. I don't know. So I'm gonna give it a try right now and see. And if this is successful, and then I'll work on, the next one I'm going to make. I've already started. I'm gonna thicken up this much more, and I've got some other ideas for forming this area in here. And like I said, this is very interesting to me. An adjustable rivet-less tong. This can never come out the way this is now. So, and the way the handles, the way they line up nicely is, yeah, it feels very nice. And so, like I said, if you have this end pulled back in, this is 3/16. And see, that holds, holds it very well. So, and then where I had it before, what I initially thought is, I'm going to rivet it together in the middle here. So if you have it somewhere in the middle, that's, holding, this is 3/8, and you can see that holds really well too. And then pushing this up and widening it out, this is 5/8, this piece. So, and that, you can see that holds really well still too. But like I said, I don't know when you're hammering if that's going to move or not. But, at 5/8, you can see the handles are still reasonable, but they're spaced, a little bit wider than would be really comfortable, but usable. So, whereas, when I had it for 3/8 or for 3/16, you can see it's much closer together here, or a little bit better. But that's also, I can make it come in a little bit more for 3/16. So I'm really excited about this tong, and, this could be something that I'm, definitely looking to add this style to those that I sell once I perfect this. So, yeah, and like I said, I'll show you guys right now hammering on these pieces of stock and see how that works, just fooling around. And then, maybe the next video or, an upcoming video, I'm going to show you making this tong, and in what I would say maybe like the third prototype or a more final style, where I thicken all of this up and then see if this rivet-less adjustable style can work, and then incorporate some other ideas I have for maybe notching in here to make it so, it's more static, kind of like a channel lock. So, but this is definitely not easy. This definitely is taking some thinking. And, that's why I'm just kind of keeping this small in this area here. Just, when I'm working on something, I don't want to, maybe I should do it to its final size and dimensions first, but I just wanted to fool around and see what I could do with this half-inch stock just as it was. And, like I said, this tong, you'll probably see me using this in videos too. So definitely a usable tong with a little bit more work in here, a sellable tong in my opinion. And this, like I said, it might not be that I could bill this as, oh, it's not an all-purpose tong. I don't believe in such a tong, but this definitely could, like I said, fill a need for people who need to work within a certain range. They don't have a big budget for a bunch of tongs. This could work. And also the one that I'm going to make that I show, I think I'm going to make the jaws round. And I think that would even add some more versatility to it. You know, make these half-round jaws. So yeah, we'll see. So look out for that video. But right now, I'm just gonna let me hammer on this stock, see how it works, and maybe I'm completely wrong about this. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So far, so good. So far, so good is true. So now on to 3/8 of an inch stock. Also pretty darn good. So far, I'm really pleased with this. It hasn't moved as I thought it might. And now on to 5/8. Very acceptable in my opinion. Once I get the third prototype worked out, thicken up the jaws and pivot, I definitely think I would sell this kind of tong. Spanning a size range from 3/16 to 5/8, that's a huge range. I mean, roughly 5 millimeters to about 16 millimeters. Very nice. Thanks for putting up with my experimenting. To be continued for sure. Thanks a lot, and please subscribe.